Hey everybody, it's CVH here, and today we'll be taking some good old item Sorcerer to the ladder at top 20. So the list is on the screen, not much to say about this deck. It is a meta deck, it's been in the meta for a while, ever since Gardener of Swords has been released. I don't want to talk too much about it, I'm sure you've seen it before. If not, I'm sure there's a deck tech on this channel and other videos to check out as well. But I was suggested this deck earlier to play on stream. I was just looking for things people might want to see, and I played a few games with it. It's been, a while since I had checked it out on the ladder, and I had a good bit of fun, so just taking it to the ladder yet again in a video, and let's see what happens. Playing a, good early game with some Crown Quartermasters in this particular build, Dress Renegade just in case we run into some Sorcerer mirrors. So yeah. Not a whole lot to say about this deck. I will be trying to explain my plays a little more in depth. I know a lot of new players have been finding the channel recently since the game has been officially launched. So I will be trying to explain things a little bit more in depth for these videos. Sometimes on my stream it can get a little monotonous to do that every single game in the course of like 3 to 6 hours or so. But for the course of this video I should be going in depth with every single play. Hopefully, to a degree. Obviously, if I have Crown Quartermaster on turn 1, you can expect me to play it without a whole bunch of comments surrounding it. Let's see what we have for our first game of the video. If I look over there, it's just because I'm making sure OBS is functioning properly. Webcam is here. Alright. Figuring it out, as usual. Alright, we have an assassin. So, most of the assassins I've been playing against recently have been of the Swindler's Market variety. Could be an aggressive deck as well. Seen some aggro or tempo assassin decks, but we're just going to ship all this. We have some 1s and some 2s that we like in this hand. And we got a 2, and the rest of the hand is looking a little bit less than ideal. Gardener of Swords, mostly a combo card instead of a 3-drop. And of course, Master of Arms and Nogli for 2 of the most expensive cards in the deck. You can see them quite close to the... Well, actually, they are the 2 bottom cards, yeah. Alright, Daring Cutpurse. And we draw a 3-drop, that's good. Somewhat good. We're going to put this over there. He's going to attack face and become a 3-3 anyway. But maybe in conjunction with the Firebolt that we get off of the Cunning Ally, we have a very high success rate with the Cunning Ally in this deck, which is nice.
My sword hand itches.
Alright, so Varanus Courier. Now this is a card that you would probably consider playing in the Swindler's Market Assassin. Ooh, that would have been nice one turn ago, I tell you what. But yeah, this doesn't look like Swindler's Market Assassin. This is playing Daring Cutpurse to get a pretty aggressive early. One could wonder what this is so far, but I think I'm just going to play Cunning Ally in the left. Hopefully get another Firebolt to use and try to clear this board up next turn. Now if I attack into his 1-3 with my 2-1, it gets rid of the ward for free. Should kind of be hard to answer it efficiently otherwise. So yeah, I'm just going to pass here, I think. We'll see what he does with the 1-3. Looks like the 3-3 is going to be hitting my face again. Fortunately, that will give me another card, maybe even a potentially swingy Lightning Bolt Prophecy. I would not say no. He is going to go for that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'd have been pretty surprised if he took like that favorable trade with the 2-1 there. Another Cunning Ally. Well, we can double Firebolt the 4-4, take a favorable with his with our Cunning Ally on his Varanus, or we could simply what can we do? We can simply take a favorable and then use the Word Crafter and 1 Firebolt into the Cutpurse, which is less favorable, but it does free up some Magicka. Crown Quartermaster invites another possibility of trading up with that using a dagger, but that seems worse, and Quartermaster doesn't do a whole lot for us at this point. I think I like the trade here, use a Firebolt and the Word Crafter on the Daring Cutpurse. That allows us to save 3 Magicka, which we can use to play Cunning Ally in the right lane, and that'll contest the 2-3 relatively perfectly. So let's do it. And another Firebolt is received, thanks to our devotion to the intelligence attribute. Let's do the right thing. That would be bad. Sorry. Misclicks can sometimes happen. I did stream for a while today, as I do every day. Feel free to follow the stream link down below. Well, I was a little worried when I record a video after a few hours of playing Legends straight, Misclicks do happen. You'd hate to have them on video, but at least I could edit it out in the video. When it happens on stream, I just sort of have to bear the hatred and the disappointment of my chat. Another Blacksmith and no items to take advantage of it, thankfully. Interesting hand. A lot of cards that don't do a whole lot right now. We do have a very nice trade in the right. We could just set up double Quartermaster in the left. We could double Firebolt. That seems like a lot of Firebolts, but we did get one of them for free. We could double Firebolt and still double Quartermaster here. Our Master of Arms playlet next turn is not looking very good at all, which is disappointing. But doing that would clear the board in case he draws an item like a Tome of Alteration. He wouldn't have a target on board, and we'd potentially just be saving ourselves from that headache. Bucky's having a moment beside me. It's all good. But we could set up the 2 quartermasters and dagger them both up and try to take a trade, but if he draws an item, we get pretty punished for that. So I think I'm just going to double firebolt, actually. As I say it, I don't really enjoy doing it. I don't know. This is tough. Because ideally, if he doesn't have an item, it doesn't look like he has an item. If we do it like this,
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
then we will only be trading 1 for 1 with that. And he shouldn't be able to buff it and take a favorable, right? And we could be saving our firebolts for maybe... I mean, who knows, right? It's kind of interesting to think about what could be in this deck. Clearly, it's an aggressive strategy. Clearly, he's playing some items that he hasn't seen yet, fortunately. And we haven't seen ours. We've seen, you know, the dagger here, but we haven't seen the maces or the tomes. We did ship back mace and the mulligan. Alright, Leaf Flicker is okay here. He could have had like 1 firebolt, so that's why we didn't diversify while he's doing the trade for us. Okay. That's a lot of firebolts. That's just a lot of firebolts. Master of Arms still looking pretty subpar. You can get some awkward hands. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of the time I say Item Sorcerer can get some awkward hands. This is exactly what I mean. Let's just double firebolt this. Yeah, it's fine to reveal that one. He only knew about that one. That one was in our hand before we ever played the first Cunning Ally. Important to know where your firebolts are coming from. But yeah, he doesn't really know any card in our hand at this point. It's important to conceal as much information as possible. Good rule. Good rule of thumb. Alright, okay with that firebolt for sure. Doesn't look like he's doing too much powerful, and we have an actual powerful play. That makes me think he's holding cards like Supreme Atromancer. Nogleave is fine. Let's Nogleave up in the shadow lane. In case he starts trying to race us in there, it's going to be kind of difficult to get rid of. Unless he's playing Territorial Viper or something. That would make me think it would be more of a illusory mimic, excuse me, deck. And nothing else has sort of made that alarm sound in my head so far. Looks like if we can stick this Nogleave, we have some powerful plays coming out, like Gardener of Swords with the Mace to shackle 2 things. Ooh, the Naked Master of Arms. Okay, that was also a pretty great draw. We could put this in the left, then it becomes susceptible to some charges. I think we'll just play it over here. We don't really need to contest that. We're not feeling pressured at all, thanks to the Mace in our hand and the fact that that is only a 4/4 at the end. Oh, wow, jeez. Right, never mind, the hand is working out. We don't even really have to do this, but I'm going to anyway to suit up the Gardener further, keeping it out of Lightning Bolt range, which is a card I believe he could be holding. He didn't really have a reason to be playing it yet. And make a gigantic Nogleave that's going in. Fighter's Guild Recruit would have been pretty bad there, because I used all my Magicka. So that is something that we did not play around. It's almost worth considering maybe attacking first before we play the Mace. But then a Lightning Bolt Prophecy kills that. You can only play around so many different things at the same time. The Eternal Struggle. There's the Atromancer that we were thinking he might be holding. That 5/3 is blocked completely. Oh, wow. This is just a lot of damage is what it is. Alright, let's play Tome first and draw a card and see what happens. So since Lightning Bolt can't deal with that, the only thing that would is a Shrieking Harpy. Harpy would also deal with this. But if I go for 5 here, then I can simply win the game next turn. Or win the game, excuse me, this turn by bypassing the room. I was thrown off by him emoting, it's fine. And we can also double shackle in case we want to be super, super safe. It's totally fine. We could also Crown Quartermaster and add 2 more damage to the board, but we have 13 against 13, so it's fine. GG. Beat what I am going to say is Item Assassin, because of the items. Adequate analysis. Alright, let's see. Do we gain a rank? Oh, we gained 2 ranks. Feels good. Let's queue another game and see if Item Sorcerer can keep performing. Assassin you don't see a whole lot, which can make it kind of difficult to play against if you assume, well, I'm playing against a lot of Swindler's Market Assassins, then of course he might mulligan a certain way, but since it doesn't see a whole lot of play, there's not really an established best Assassin build. For example, when you play against Battle Mage, you can say, well, it's either aggro or Merrick. When you play against Sorcerer, it's like, well, it's either item or mid-range. And you know a lot of those cards in those decks, especially in the Sorcerer or like an Archer deck, like you kind of know what to play around to an extent, but that, you know, every turn it was like a, oh, He's playing Leaf Flicker. Oh, he's playing Blacksmith. Oh, it's Naturomancer. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to figure out while the game goes on. Makes it a little bit difficult to preempt your opponent's plays. This mulligan is seeming to be a lot better. We have the Wardcrafter and the Daggerfall Mage with the Ring of Magicka, so we'll just keep these two, send the Lightning Bolt back. Quartermaster. This is important if you don't have the ring. That's why I like playing 1-drops. I don't always have space for them, but if we don't have the ring there, it can be a little bit difficult. We could even just go for the Quartermaster, no, or we could go for the Blacksmith, and that would leave us open to not losing it to Murkwater, which is nice. It would leave us open to Wardcrafting it up against a Fighter's Guild, or simply playing Quartermaster next turn if we want, or just going for the Daggerfall. I think I like it.
A strong arm is what you need.
Could even do both. Could even just ring out the Daggerfall, yeah. A lot of different plays. Might be fine to just go for Quartermaster, but Archer typically has a lot of different ping damage. Like, he's gonna attack here and maybe get a curse, for example. Now, Enchanted Plate, not bad. If we think it's a curse coming, seems likely, we can go for Quartermaster and Plate in the right for 2. Very efficient. That's actually better against a another curse in his hand. This would have 4 health, which is a lot to deal with right now. And of course we'd have the Steel Dagger, which we could play for free if the curse would come out and reduce my attack. So yeah, I like it. Let's draw first and see what happens. Not going to change my attack, but you know, it's important to build good habits there. Shrieking Harpy would have been nice as well. Would have played a Harpy there just so he wouldn't be able to search and increase the odds of him getting a good draw. Goblin Skulk is a prime Shackle target. And a prime Firebolt target. Didn't have an answer, but we do have some good plays in general. And we have the Ring, which is going to be super, super good here. Because we can Wardcrafter and Harpy. We can hit there as well. We could Dagger for free and break the rune, but I don't really think we want to give him that chance of getting a swing card off of the Prophecy quite yet. Let's go ahead and Wardcrafter to save our 2/4.
Do your worst.
Do not test me.
There is the chance this is a Goblin deck, which means the Murkwater Goblin could be a search as well. I always play around Curse. That seems to be like the most important thing to play around. But yeah, I think I will be Harpying here. I think it's fine to play it in this lane too, just in case there's only one curse or something. Yeah, if you were to play another Fighter's Guild and a curse, this would allow me to still kill that next turn. Yeah, that seems fine. Playing as 2 people I don't think I've played before in this video. So shout out to you guys if you're watching this after the fact. A lot of people come up to me and say, oh, I'm in the video. It's always nice. But they don't come up to me. They like tell me in a stream or something or in the comments, obviously. Ooh, this could be Goblins, or it could not be. Still doesn't really tell us anything, because a lot of the decks that play Skulk and Archer do play Shaman as well. Wish I had that Lightning Bolt again, I'll tell you what. I really do. Well, he's going to have 2 curses in his hand if we assume he got a curse the first time. I think I want to save my Ring Charge for potential Master of Arms later. This is bad. This Daggerfall is going to get double cursed, isn't it? Sure is. Aladdin itself isn't the worst, though, because it might mean the rest of my board survives. Maybe we do just use the Ring Charge and build as big of a board as possible. Is this attack fine? If we're going to play Wardcraft, I suppose we should play it first. We can... Yeah, we can do that, I guess. Or we can attack and then Wardcraft, but then it's weak to finish off. Ugh.
Careful there, friend. Your blood will spill.
Do your worst.
Might as well.
Test me.
Made room for the Daggerfall over here to kind of force the double curse out, and we're kind of all in on this board right now. It's not feeling great. Curse is a powerful card against us. Don't think the Lightning Bolt was correct to keep, but I do wish I had it. I wish he would just attack my face and proc a Lightning Bolt immediately. One thing about this is maybe he overdraws Curse if we can keep breaking runes. It's kind of hard to answer all of this at once, right? He can definitely answer like 2 things this turn. The problem with that is it's kind of a free answer because the curses cost 0.
What have we here?
Okay. I figured that was coming. Yeah.
Let's heat things up.
Skaven is powerful. He is damaging his own Thieves Guild, but it shouldn't matter too much. We have the opportunity to deal with that if we want. Oh, we have a couple opportunities to deal with that. And we don't think he has any more curses. So yeah, we can Firebolt that. Pretty premium Firebolt target. We can, I think, Mace on this to keep it above 1 health, because obviously he's playing a lot of things that deal 1 damage. Archer is very good at dealing 1 damage to things. And Punch Face for a lot, and if he deals with the Mace, we can then Master of Arms it up next turn, making my play better. Too bad Daggerfall died a premature death. But yeah, this is pretty much, you know, dead next turn. Unless, well, I mean, we're going to Shackle, so maybe it's not dead next turn, but you guys know what I mean.
Do your worst.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Get this 4 damage in. Unfortunately, sack this if he gets another Fighter's Guild. Or if he gets one here, we just have no course of action against it. But he's at 10. That's not high for turn 5. And he has to answer a board that is not being contested with any creatures currently. And even this might be difficult to answer, right? It's going to take some extra resource. More than what he has on the board in the lane currently. So, yeah. Yeah, there are green-based archer decks that run this kind of stuff, and there are also the goblin decks. There are also Swindler's Market decks, which I didn't realize... Yeah, so that's pretty funny. Our first matchup, I thought it was Swindler's Market, and it turned out to be not Swindler's Market. In this matchup, I didn't even, like, it didn't register really that it could be Swindler's Market, even though it definitely could have been with what we'd seen. And it turns out it was Swindler's Market. So, do we take this favorable trade, or do we just go face for the 1 point of damage? That's a toughie. How much is the 1 point worth? You know, it's almost worth running it into the Skaven so we can draw a card off this Master of Arms. It almost is worth that, because our Coron Quartermaster is going to die next turn anyway. But do we need the card? The extra health on the Master of Arms would not be bad. I don't think we're at risk of dying, really. Because right now the Master of Arms only gets back the Mace. If we sacked this, it would get back the Enchanted Plate and the Mace, giving us a much larger Master of Arms. And more of a chance we can find more reach and kill him. And if it dies, of course, we have another Master of Arms. I think I'm going to do this.
Do your worst.
There's life in this old thing, yes.
Drawing a Windkeep Spell Sword. Okay, dealing the 3. Skilled Blacksmith, just getting it in over there. I'm assuming he can answer that or heal for a bit more. Obviously, we could have had lethal on board if we had just hit that 1 damage to face. I think this is probably the most consistent line. One has to assume he has like a way to make a 0-cost card or a way to make a deal with a 3/3, right? Like, to say he wouldn't have like one of those two things is kind of optimistic, and I think this play is just better. Got 1 card deeper in the deck. Right, another plate. Now we have to start being, you know, worried about the amount of burst he could. I think that's probably not where I wanted that to go. Dwarven Spider, why are you so good right here? Disappointing. Yeah. Oh, that's it? Okay. Oh, that could be bad, though. That could mean he has another Swindler's Market in his hand. He wants to save the rest that he doesn't think he needs to play right now. These are kind of important to play to clear my board, and he might be saving the rest for when he can get double pings. Double pings is no bueno. Well, our discard pile is empty, so I say we go for a plate and see what we get. I mean, it's not empty. We get a steel dagger back. Nogweave, not bad. Would have really enjoyed the ability to play that right this turn. We almost got there, too. Well, I'll Shadow Lane this, I guess. Protect against Nord Firebrand, number however many that would be. And Firebolt that, and attack that. Clear the board. Doesn't look like we're taking any immediate damage on the board. Unfortunately, still not throwing up lethal. I would like to say we're getting close, but we're actually getting farther away every turn that we can't kill him. But fortunately, we still have a 6/11, and it's not completely 100% sure that he can answer it. And if he can, we still have Master of Arms. Ooh, that seems like it's bad for me.
Time to fight.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just gonna go through it with like a million Nords. That would have been hilarious. Alright, Master of Arms gets me a mace and a plate again. Which is pretty good. This puts more damage on the board. But then this can attack, and he can probably kill my Nogleave, actually. I feel like it's a higher likelihood to die than the Master of Arms is. Master of Arms filters me closer to either a 2-drop for this turn, which would be great, or a 1-drop. I would take a 1-drop at this point, because it would deal an extra damage, because, you know, well, actually, no, it wouldn't. Yeah, it would, because I could play the Steel Dagger as well. Or it filters me closer to burn with the Lightning Bolts that we have not seen yet. Does it make my next turn awkward? Well, I can't Master of Arms Cunning Ally next turn, but that's not great anyway. It's not like an ideal line. Let's do it.
There's life in this old thing, yes.
Let's see what we draw first. We're obviously going to shackle this. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. He hasn't put on the most pressure. Maybe he's having an awkward draw of it. He has a Swindler's Market and an Outpost, and he's only seen the one Smuggler's Hall. Really hope he didn't just draw another one. Oh god. Why do I always say something like that? Okay. It's okay, guys. Not a Smuggler's Hall. It's actually pretty strong. We have the means to shackle. We do have the means to draw again, too. But we don't have the means to draw a Lightning Bolt and play a Lightning Bolt. Which would be our way to kill him. Begs the question of whether or not... See, Nogleave, we know he has the Leaf Lurker now. And he's not going to be able to curse, but he is going to be able to attack into it and Leaf Lurker. However, that is 5 Magicka if he goes for that line. Then he's definitely not playing Smuggler's Hall on me. And if he's not playing Smuggler's Hall on me, I don't think he's winning the turn after this happens. And this Master of Arms doesn't do a whole lot. You can simply go Nogleave on the right, Shrieking Harpy on the right, Shackle the 5 to make sure he doesn't get those pesky little Nords. We do give him a card, let's do this first. Swing, swing! Now, if we would have broken the room with the first 6 damage, I would have done that first to play around Fighter's Guild Recruit, simply leaving my Spell Sword up to trade. Because the Fighter's Guild in this lane would prevent me from playing Nogleave in this lane, obviously, because that'd be way too efficient of an answer. And we'll simply do this and hope it's good enough to kill him next turn. He has 1 curse again. He can curse and Leaf Lurker this, or just curse that, but none of which implies that he can deal with Nogleave as well, which is the big hope, is that one of these big old things sticks and kills him. Because I don't think my 2 attack guys alone are going to be able to do it, since he's going to be able to heal at least a point with the curse he just got. It's a nail biter. Swindler's Market's interesting deck to play against. And when you're losing to it, it is not the most fun. But when you're playing it, I've been playing more Swindler's Assassin recently, and it's very difficult to play correctly, but very satisfying when you get those nice combos off. So that's a very expensive kill. Interesting, I don't know if Elena's usually in these lists. I honestly just don't know. And I think we're probably good. Unless he has another spider thing, right? Well, no. I think we'd be able to handle that. Well, maybe not. Could have been Lightning Bolt, man. I probably would have played Curse first. Oh yeah, he was straight up dead to Lightning Bolt just now with that play. Ooh. This is actually very annoying. So I can Master of Arms Gardener. Or I could just Master of Arms and try for the next card to be... Wait, no. Oh yeah. Next card would have to be Lightning Bolt. Whew, this is a tough one. Do I just have... Oh wait, I have lethal. I'm bad. Sometimes I have lethal here. If this hits... No, I don't have lethal here, because I don't have 11 Magicka, guys. I can't play the Tome I get off that. That was a really close call. Alright, so do we Master of Arms, Gardener of Swords? That lets us shackle 2 things. And we could just trade into that. I think that's probably the best way to try to kill him the following turn. Because we can't guarantee the next card is going to be the Lightning Bolt. We get 2 maces, 2 plates. This time, he won't be able to answer my board. Another mace. So I would have won, actually. He has 1 damage on board. Yeah, maybe it was better odds. Like, I don't really know the odds of this board killing him next turn, but I have to imagine it's very high, based on what we've seen. He used Elena last turn. So many resources he's used. He doesn't have another Smuggler's Hall, I think, if I'm making the read correctly. So we had 2 maces left. Tome of Alterations, and yeah, I guess with the tome too, yeah. Maybe the odds were high enough. They were less than a third to kill him. And our board gets substantially less likely to kill him if we miss, though.
Tests us.
Alright, what can he do with this? Because we have 9 covered damage. Plus 2 we can add to it with the mace. Can't kill me, can he? Just has 5.
My sails move in shadow. I am defeated.
Has been my honor. Has been my honor.
That was quite close, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the games. Whew! Swindler's Market goes down. And we're still 13. If you've enjoyed, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to comment. Let me know what kind of decks you'd like to see on the channel. Be sure to subscribe for more strategy content, gameplay videos, deck tech, stream highlights, all that good stuff. Follow the stream at the link down below. And I will see you guys next time.